What's up, my crypto legends? What's going on? I hope you're having a fantastic start of the week, guys. Let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin to see what's going to go on in the next coming days and hours, even to see if we can find some good opportunities here on the market. I'm just going to go quickly through the comment section and say hello before taking a look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin is the one that we want to analyze here together. But first of all, guys, I need you. You know the deal, to absolutely destroy that like button. It's the only thing that I ask from you guys. So absolutely crush that like button. And I'm going to go quickly through the comment section to say hello. And then I'm going to go through Bitcoin to see what has happened in between yesterday and today. Looking for that touch of $23,000. Okay, we just hit $23,023, which was the 618 from this drop. It was one of the targets of this Gartley bullish pattern right over here, touching the 618, touching the take profit area, and having that correction. Of course, I did not trade this, but it was something that I wanted to show you. It was a major, nice opportunity for a long to hit this major level. And why was this, a take profit area? We can go through that right away in just 1 second, guys. Okay, super important that you need to train your eye on the chart to take advantage of these opportunities, because there are opportunities every single day on the market. And I don't take all of them because, this is the thing. You're not always going to take all of those opportunities. Bram Soul, good morning. How are you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. I hope you're doing fantastic. Real Appuccino, how are you? Mark Dutch, thanks for joining the live stream. You're the man, one of my strongest moderators here. I got a lot of members such as Jov, Peter Johnson, Scotty, Murat, Raw. How are you doing, my guys? How are you? Smash that like button, says Mark Dutch. Scotty, hi Andy, love this time of a stream. Thank you. You're very welcome. It is during the week, so it is time to do some trading, time to do some analysis, live streams. It's Monday, it's time to work. Monday, you need to work, right? So yeah, here I am. Let's take a look at the comment section. Thanks for yesterday's TA. You are great, says Yashvardhan. Phenomenal. Thank you very much. Just giving you my opinion, my technical analysis, and very most importantly, guys, explaining why the levels, so you guys can actually see it. It's proven that technical analysis, the levels are respected most of the time, okay, not always. But this is why this is only a probability game, okay? If it's wrong, then it's wrong a couple of times. It doesn't matter. As long as you defend your capital. Let's get to 100 likes. Absolutely. You got that right, Jov. So yes, it's Pratik. Andy, how are you doing? I'm doing very good. How are you? Looking forward to what you have in our week ahead, says John Edge. Hello from Latvia, says Mike. You are the best. You are the best for joining the live stream. I'm only giving you a little bit of, technical analysis, not too complicated. Talking about levels, why we have been, getting to these bounces, rejections. Now, the ideal scenario, I'm going to go right away. What I am waiting for here, okay, because I think there are some major opportunities that can happen in the next coming days, and I'm going to make at least one successful trade. It might be 2, 3, who knows, during the week. I only need one trade for the week to be happy, right? And a good successful trade to be happy with my trading account. Right, without further ado, let's dive in. Bigler from Pakistan says Afrijan Snood, good morning. Narendra, hello. Yeah, guys, hello. Good morning. Right, let's dive in straight here into Bitcoin, guys. Okay, I've said hello to the community. Drop some altcoins afterwards after I do analysis, because I'll be reading the comment section, and yeah, we'll be going through some altcoins. So basically what we talked about yesterday, we do know that 24,000 was a major level of rejection, and possibility here in going lower is very, very likely, at least to retest this kind of support trend line, right? From these higher lows, we can go much, much lower, at least to the 50% Fibonacci, or even the 618 from this massive big pump that we've had from the 13th of May, right? We're looking for that. I made some pretty nice shorting opportunities. I communicated to the community, I'm definitely not looking for long positions at this level, at this 23.8. It's a major daily level that I have, and it's the highs also. If you connect the higher lows right over here, you got a resistance from this channel, right? As you can see here on the chart. So I'm looking for shorting opportunities. The moment we start having some big drops with volume, I am shorting the market. And this is what I have been doing, okay, the last few days. Shorting the market at this range, when we've been having some pretty nice big volume, the retracements coming back down. This was explained on the latest videos. So what happened yesterday basically is I was only going to be looking for longing opportunities, of course, if we did have a pretty nice breakout from this lower high trend line. Let's just zoom in here quickly to the 2-hourly chart, guys, and give you a brief explanation on what was mentioned yesterday. Right, what we did have yesterday was this Gartley pattern, okay, harmonic pattern, bullish Gartley pattern right over here. Okay, let me just show you quickly and get the VPVR out of the way. And this is what we had here yesterday for a potential longing opportunity at this $21,900 range. From this low here, from this big massive consolidation and this big bounce, okay, this was the Gartley pattern that played out, hitting the 0.79 Fibonacci retracement. This is where you want to get in on a potential bullish Gartley and go all the way to the 618 level, 50% 618 level. And just so you can check out the levels here with the bullish Gartley, it played out pretty nice, as you can see right over here. The D point is the 0.7879, okay, from X, okay, to A. From X to A, basically these are fib levels. The 0.7879 is a buy zone once you go below the B point. As you can see here, this is what happened here to perfection. A perfect Gartley pattern, getting below the B point, hitting the 0.7978, okay, Fibonacci from X to A right over there. Absolutely phenomenal buying point. Now, most of the people, most of the retail traders would not buy this level. Why? Because you are dropping from a major support level. You having a pretty aggressive drop. You're thinking, I'm not going to buy this breakout from this support because lower is very, very likely. And yes, of course, but it's a very strong, these harmonic patterns are pretty strong, and you can go lower, but you are very likely with high probability going to get a retracement pump first. And where is that target from this retracement pump? Of course, it's from the C point to the D point right over here, right? From C to D, you are aiming for that 618 that was touched to perfection here at the $23,000. If you watched yesterday's video, we were trading round about the 22.6, 22.7 approximately. And I was saying if before we continue down, it's very likely that we're going to hit 23 and then come down. You can check that on yesterday's live stream. You know, in the next coming hours, we're potentially touching $23,000. Why? Because it's the 618 from C to D point, and then we might have that correction, right? So this is definitely a take profit zone. If you are trading D to C, sorry, not D to C, from D here to the 618 of this drop, but not only because of the 618. If you take a look here at this lower high trend line, you can see you are hitting that level here to perfection. So you got the highs here at 24.2. You created a lower high at the 618 level from this drop. So it's absolutely phenomenal. 618 from the drop, 618 from the drop, and you have lower high trend line. You know, that was, you know, it was a little bit of an aggressive short opportunity, but you are hitting resistance. You are hitting resistance. So it's, you know, short at resistance, long at support, right? So it was a potential shorting opportunity right there also. Now, what is happening right now for Bitcoin? We are creating lower highs. We are below a major daily zone here, not managing to get above. The volume to the downside is not great. Volume is actually going down on the retracement. We had massive volume on the pump and volume is going down. So, you know, there is a possibility that this actually will break resistance again. Where is going to be the highest probability trade for a successful trade, basically? Well, as you can see here on the chart, you know, we are bouncing in between lower highs and lower lows, major support trend line, as you can see here on the chart. This is a kind of a descending wedge scenario. You got the lower highs being respected as resistance. You got the lower lows being respected as support also. So whoever says trend lines and you know, these kind of support resistance level doesn't work, yeah, they do. You can see it here on the chart. You cannot make this up. This lower high trend line is getting rejected here. This lower low trend line is getting respected here just a few hours ago. This is a kind of a bullish pattern, right? Descending wedge. So if you do have, you know, the possibilities in having a break up, you know, is also very, very possible. Would I speculate for a long position here? No. What I would do for the highest probability scenario, knowing that this 22.6, 22.8K level is a strong resistance zone, and yes, you can have volatility to the upside, but this is not a successful breakout, right? You know, I say it to a lot of people, a successful breakout is a big breakout with high volume. This right over here, this price action above 22.6, 22.8 is not a successful breakout, where I do have these two horizontal daily levels, all right? It's a daily level here from the 16th of June, 15th and 16th of June. So no, we're slightly above this range. This is not a successful breakout. So if we do have a breakout above this descending wedge resistance, getting above this $23,000 range successfully, if we do come up, we're probably going to get rejected here at this 23.6K level high. If we do have this kind of price action, there will be time for a good high probability opportunity. The best scenario here from this breakout, of course, would be getting into this retracement over here, because this 22.6, 22.8 is very, very likely going to hold as support this time. And you are going to see higher levels and potentially a retest of the highs of 24.2 that was created just a few days ago. So that would be the high probability trade scenario. because you could roll down from this range. And, you know, people saying, I thought you said we were going up. No, I did not say that. I said, if we do break this very, very strong support level, it's very likely going to get that bounce. We've had a bounce as resistance here, you know, we broke down, we're getting the resistance also. So if you do have a successful breakout, the most likely scenario is getting a bounce from this 22.6, 22.8K level, okay? Round that range, very, very strong level that has been respected as resistance and support many times. Many times. So that would be the bullish case scenario. That would be the day trade, small swings trade scenario that I would be looking for, right? What would be the most bearish one? If we do start continuing here to the downside, I mean, the volume is not great. This is the thing. Volume is not extremely high. Volume is going low from this pump. So we're just kind of consolidating. This is very, very hard to say. It would have been nice. Okay, we still have this daily candlestick. You know, if we do close this daily level well below where we're currently at right now, if we do hit 21.8, 21.6, we close a nice daily, it's very likely if we do pump to around about that 22.5, 22.6 that we will be getting rejected and continuing down. So that's what I am looking for here for Bitcoin. Let me go through the comment section right away and let's take a look at some altcoins. We've got 500 people watching at this moment and we've only got 127 likes. Guys, it is not complicated to do. It just takes 2 seconds to scroll down and destroy that like button here for the community, for me to grow the channel. I do try and connect with most of the people here. So yeah, just for that, absolutely destroy the like button, guys, on your way in. Let's analyze it. Let's go through the comment section. Hi, Andy. TA superb, thanks, says Hermo. Thank you very much for your insane support. Let's take a look at Ethereum for Pratesh. Absolutely. Ethereum, the number 2 cryptocurrency. Ethereum is very important also to analyze because I think Ethereum has over 20% of the entire crypto market capitalization. Yeah, over 20%. We can see 184 billion is on Ethereum. So yeah, very important cryptocurrency. Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt in my mind. So take a look at Ethereum, zooming in and take a look at Ethereum. What's happening with Ethereum with this choppy price action? Like I said, let's zoom out here. The biggest resistance level for Ethereum is the $1,700 range. There's no doubt in my mind that that is the strongest resistance level that Ethereum has right now. We haven't even touched the level. We've only just touched around about 1,664. We're still $36 away in touching that level. But I think we do know from the latest live streams that this is one of the strongest levels for Ethereum. Why? Because it has been the strongest support range from 2021, as you can see, bouncing consistently from this level. What happened once we came down after, you know, the massive pump that we had in October, November? We came back down and bounced several times as support. But what happened? How can you detect that this is potentially likely going to drop lower? Because you're creating a descending triangle. You're creating lower highs. You know, this is selling pressure. You're bouncing from the strongest level here from 2021, but this is not going to hold if you are creating lower highs. Descending triangles usually break to the downside. This is what basically happened right over here. So we got the strongest level at $1,700 range. We haven't touched that level and we're maybe not going to even touch it. We're probably just going to get that correction from this range. If it does pump to that level, I would consider shorting it. Only if, and this is a big if, we have several attempts to break it. Because this could pump to this level And maybe a lot of people are going to short it on the pump. And this is why I don't put limit orders. I usually market execute my trades 90% of the times, because if I will be waiting to see how we're going to react at this resistance. We start making this kind of choppy action, you know, I would be looking for that short. A lot of people will be shorting the pump because, you know, there are two scenarios here. All right. If it's going to be bearish, you either pump wick to the level and then have a very, very aggressive correction. And then people will be catching the pump, right? But this is like catching a falling knife. It's extremely dangerous. You could get that pump, people entering into massive shorts. And then what is going to happen? There's going to be so much buying pressure that, you know, you will be pumping maybe to 1,800, 1,900, and then you are going to be trapped in that short position. The highest probability trade here would be getting this kind of price action at this level, right? Where you're going to have multiple attempts in trying to break this resistance zone. And once you have this massive consolidation, having the bulls attempting to break the resistance, that is the time you want to get into a shorting opportunity. I like to get into shorting opportunities when you have this choppy price action. And then on multiple attempts in breaking resistance, I like to get into the 618 from one of the latest drops, right? For that lower high and then that correction. So yeah, until we do get a reaction from that 1,700, I wouldn't be looking for shorts. Now, what is happening here on, we had a swing failure pattern here. Very, very beautiful. How do you trade these swing failures? From the high on the 1 hourly chart, 2 hourly chart, it doesn't really matter. This is a kind of a distribution event, right? This does look like a distribution on the 1 hourly time frame, right? Where the smart money is selling at these peaks. You know, there's nothing bullish about this chart. If we do take a look at the high level here, that was wicked above, and we got a big massive rejection and closing the 1 hourly candle at this level. This was a very, very nice shorting opportunity. Because it's a swing failure pattern. You're basically trying to break the resistance, getting a massive rejection, closing below the high. And this, with high probability, is going to go lower. And your question might be, how low? Where? Well, it's pretty simple. Coming down to retest the low zone here, the low zone. That would be the take profit range. So currently at this price level, this would be a take profit level because you are retesting the lows, right? You are trading inside of a range right now. So if you do get that 1 hourly wick and close below a level, a resistance, okay, then, you know, it's very likely going to come down to retest the lows that you have created, right? You've got highs, lows, you are in a range. That was a pretty nice shorting opportunity that happened just a few hours ago on Ethereum. What could happen now on ETH? With high probability, what are the major levels? We got an insane daily level at the 1,422. This level has been very much respected as resistance. We were taking a look at this level also right over here for that correction. We were talking about this daily level ever since, you know, we were trading in this inside of this zone. If we were to get that pump to $1,422, you know, you're going to get that rejection. We hit 1,423, just $1 over that daily level and got the rejection. You know, absolutely insane how these levels are so respected, almost to the exact dollar. So got that rejection. This is a major level. If the price of Ethereum starts dropping aggressively, there is very likely, you know, with high probability that you're going to get one bounce at least. You're at least going to get one bounce, in my personal opinion, from the $1,422 range, give or take $10, $20, $50 because of the volatility. It's not going to be an exact level. This was pretty exact, but, you know, it doesn't mean it needs to be exact. You might get a wick down here slightly and then get that bounce. It's a level that has been very much respected, $1,422. This has also been the all-time high range from 2018. If you want to find out if a level is strong, you want to zoom out on the chart on the daily and find out why that level is strong. So why is this level strong? I had marked up here the daily level from March 2020 to 21 lows. Look at this beautiful consolidation as resistance with several daily candle closes at this $1,400 range, and you have a perfect bounce as support here in March of 2021, having that $1,400 range daily closes round formation for continuation to the upside. So this is a very, very important level. This is why I have it marked up. And if I zoom out, guess what? It is the all-time high range from January of 2018. It's a big major level. We are currently above this level, right? And we haven't retested it as support yet. So the first retest is very good buying opportunity, you know, at least the first retest, like I say to many people here on the live streams. So if we were, you know, it's a kind of a day trade scalping opportunity. Let's zoom in on the 1 hourly. We know that this level is extremely high, it's extremely strong support. The $1,480 range, right? We got support right there. We got a touch here at $1,490. It's a major zone. I would be extremely cautious from this range. If it breaks below this level, we do know that this is with very high probability going to be strong resistance. So if you do get that bounce from 1,422, there are some pretty nice day trading opportunities in between these levels. Once you get out of this range, being resistance or support, once you get out this range, I'm going to say it's going to come down with higher probability. We are in a range right now in between 1,700, 1,650 and 1,480. We are inside this range. Once the price action gets out of this range, the low part is very likely going to be heavy resistance for continuation to the downside. We got some bouncing levels. We got some strong levels where we can take some nice opportunities. The 1,422. So yeah, this is Ethereum. We got some pretty nice levels here below us that we could get those opportunities. 1,422, insane support level. Big support level right at this moment is 1,480. If it is broken, it's very likely going to be resistance. A lot of opportunities here, guys, for some day trades on Ethereum. So if I have my levels marked up, the price action of Ethereum can do this and dance around and go in circles. I don't mind. I will not trade any of that. I will only trade the levels that I do think that they have a high probability in getting a reaction, getting a bounce, okay? And having good risk management, of course. Just joined the Telegram group, says Crypto Big Brains, absolutely phenomenal. Andy, please check Rune. Dava, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the live stream. I've got another moderator here. Thanks for joining. Andy, please check Rune. Let's take a look at Rune. Thorchain, also a very good cryptocurrency. Supposedly it's going to be the pioneer in interoperability, changing cryptos in between other blockchains. Supposedly this was going to be the number one. What's going on with Rune? Well, Rune is in a very aggressive descending triangle, in a very aggressive downtrend scenario, creating massive lower highs. No doubt this is extremely bearish. What is happening right now is that we are at the lowest point, okay, where we do have massive VPVR volume, large consolidation that we had in between Q3 and Q4 of 2020. Massive consolidation. The highs been at $1 range. The lows right now being around about the $1.20, $1.30 that we have been created the last couple of weeks. So you know, a potential bounce from this range is very, very possible on Rune. So I'm feeling kind of bullish on Rune for the next coming weeks, maybe couple of months, just because we have been going down for the latest few months. All right, we're hitting extreme low levels. So yeah, I think Rune can go to higher levels after creating this. Let's zoom in on Rune on the 4 hourly and see what's going on. Right. This looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, what's happened here basically is we got an ascending triangle scenario on Rune, I would potentially say, where we have been creating higher lows, very much respected. As you can see, we had a major big level where we're currently at right now. I would say that Rune is going to get a bounce from this range. Of course, it all depends on Bitcoin. I cannot be bullish on Bitcoin, bearish on Bitcoin, and bullish on altcoins. Even though some altcoins look bullish, if Bitcoin has an aggressive drop from this current price level, it will drag most of the altcoins. So no matter how bullish this does look in the short term for a bounce, if Bitcoin drops, other altcoins will drop with Bitcoin, no matter how bullish the chart looks. This is why Bitcoin is number one. This is why charting Bitcoin first overall is the first thing you need to do if you are trading cryptocurrencies. But anyway, the reason why this looks bullish is because of this level over here. The $2.40, $2.50 range where we're currently trading at this moment. It has been a very strong support level that has been respected as resistance. Now, why was this going to have high probability in breaking up? If I ask the community, well, basically because you are creating higher lows. The demand is showing bullishness. The demand is showing buying pressure, creating higher lows, right? Ascending triangle scenario, hitting resistance. This is likely with a high probability going to break up because of the buying pressure. So what has happened right over here is that you have had a break above the $2.40 on Rune. So what is happening right now, you're coming back down to retest this level. What could happen in the next coming hours in between today and tomorrow if you do get this choppy action at the $2.40, $2.50 range in between today and tomorrow? This is with high probability going to finally get that bounce. And this is what we want to find out. At resistance levels, we want to have a consolidation. We want to have a consolidation to know that this is going to come back down. We're going to come back down. If we have a consolidation at the other way, at support, this is very likely going to get that pump to retest the highs. So this is what we're looking for Rune. Would I jump into a long position? Well, we've just had that drop just a few hours ago, but there is a high probability here that this is going to be a bullish scenario. I mean, this is very similar to Bitcoin. You are creating this, and a lot of you might think this does look like a head and shoulder scenario. This is going to break support. I mean, it could happen. I would wait for a little bit of a more consolidation here at this range, and I would say that this is very likely going to be bullish. We are probably going to hit the $3 range in the next coming days. That would be my take, especially if Bitcoin has the bullish case scenario also from this descending wedge scenario. Especially if Bitcoin breaks up And what would be the ideal scenario here? If Bitcoin does make this kind of price action, if it does break above, the 22.8K level successfully, what is going to be extremely good is, because sometimes altcoins lag behind Bitcoin. If we do get that pumpy action on Bitcoin, we need to jump into some altcoins that look bullish. If this hasn't pumped yet and is consolidating here at the $2.40, I'm talking about Rune. And this is sometimes the magic of cryptocurrency. You might see Bitcoin pumping, breaking major resistance levels, and then altcoins will follow behind after a few hours or maybe a day or two. So this is what is going to happen. Once you see Bitcoin breaking big resistance levels and has high probability in having some continuation to the upside, once you break big resistance zones, you need to jump into some altcoins such as Rune. So if you see Bitcoin breaking resistance and having massive volume with this pumpy action, and you jump into Rune and you're still consolidating here at the $2.40, this is giving you like a high probability ticket saying, Bitcoin's pumping, Bitcoin looks bullish, breaking strong resistance. This looks bullish, and Bitcoin is confirming the bullishness. So this is giving you more percentage on the trade, right? If you do have a 70% high probability trade and Bitcoin starts pumping and breaking big resistance level, this is giving you another extra 10% of high probability. So you got an 80%, high probability trade right there for some pumpy action. And this is something also that you need to focus on, guys. Bitcoin is king. No matter how bullish a chart looks on an altcoin, if Bitcoin does drop, that altcoin, no matter how strong the support level, Fibonacci level that you are hitting, it will very likely drop and lose the support range. Fibonacci levels. Let me just take a look at another chart here for Rune, because I want to see volume on Kraken. Insane volatility. Volume is just not great. I'm trying to look at, Gate.io, big volume on the pumps. Yeah, not insane volume on the pump. It is true that there is more volume on the pump. How do I know that? Because you can see the volume here to the upside. You got bigger volume on the pumps. You got volume going down on the correction. So that is a good sign for a potential reversal on Rune. Anyway, not much more to add on Rune. Thanks, Andy, for the super TA on Rune, says Kennedy. You're very much welcome. I mean, this doesn't look bad. It looks pretty good. Of course, we need to remind ourselves that we are basically in a very aggressive downtrend. We got huge resistance above us. We do have huge resistance. I mean, there's something nice, something good about this. Looking at the 4 hourly, just to keep it simple, having a clean chart. You have broken lower high resistance trend line. You got lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Just hitting resistance. This was the last lower high you could arguably discuss, right? The last lower high was this one. This is still a lower high. This is not a successful breakout. This is a successful breakout from the last lower high. You are creating higher lows. So the possibility on Rune creating a higher low here is also pretty high. You could, you are in a local uptrend for the last few weeks. And the trend is to the upside in the short term. So let's go with the short-term trend. Yeah, not much to add here on Rune. We are still in an aggressive downtrend. It is true that we are. But, look at these big relief rallies. Even though you're in a downtrend, you are extreme low levels. Most of the people are going to think that this is it. We don't have a possibility in breaking resistance here. There is a possibility. Anyway, not much to add here on Rune. Let's take a look at some other cryptos. Thanks, Andy, for Rune. You're very welcome, guys. Rune can be traded, of course, on Bybit. They did add Rune many months ago. Rune can be traded on Bybit. If you are an experienced trader, you do have good risk management. You got an insane bonus down below on Bybit, guys. It's up to $2,450 that can be claimed at the rewards hub. You can sign up on Bybit with my link, and it takes less than 2 minutes, as KYC is not required. If you're going to trade with less than 2 Bitcoin, maybe most of you are going to trade with less than 2 Bitcoin. But there are some pretty nice bonuses that you can claim at the rewards hub once you sign up with the link, guys. Only for experienced trader. This is my favorite trading platform. The fees are extremely cheap. Angelo, amazing TA Andy, you're very welcome, Angelo. Thank you very much. It's just trying to look at trend, common sense, high probability. Thank you very much for that very nice support. Let's take a look at waves for Hashish. Let's take a look at waves. Also, waves, a pretty cool crypto to trade. Very, very volatile. Every time I see waves, I just think it's going to have a massive pump at some point. There is something about this crypto. Massive manipulation here on waves, going from, $8-9. I have some speculation here on waves, because waves is a Russian cryptocurrency. I had some people saying that the CEO is from Ukraine, but I think he's Russian. And guess when the start of this major pump started on waves? It was in March. When did we have, the start of the, I don't want to talk about much about this, but the conflict in Eastern Europe, it was in March of 2022. This cryptocurrency is from that area, and it started pumping like crazy for 1 month. So there is some speculation, that people, were that they pumped because of that. Hang on 1 second, I've got a super chat right away. Let me take a look at the super chats. Right, thank you for letting me know, guys. I got my moderators here, bashing me with the super chats. Absolutely. Raw Skates. Morning, Andy. Could you have a look at FTT currently trading perfectly from support to resistance in a strong zone? Keep it up, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. Let's take a look at FTT here for Raw right away. FTT for Raw. Need to go through the super chat, guys. They have priority, of course. FTT currently trading nicely at resistance and support. So if we go to the daily, let's check out where we're at right now. I've got a bunch of boxes here at the highs. Let's take this out of the way and do a fresh, clean analysis on FTT token. The FTX token. Right, we are at, we did get this beautiful bounce from the ultimate low levels of the summer of 2021. That's a major zone, as you can see here on the chart, getting very much respected. We are still aggressively in lower highs, massive lower highs created here on FTT token. Would arguably discuss that this level will be touched in the next coming days, potentially. FTX, FTT. Let's take a look at the immediate short term. I mean, this, in my personal opinion, this round formation looks pretty bullish, especially when you're at support. This formation over here looks pretty bullish. Not gonna lie. This does look quite bullish. you just check out here. The only thing that is not bullish on this is that you are basically having multiple attempts in breaking the resistance zone. So you got lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We've broken above the last lower high. This is why you are bouncing from this range. Trading opportunities has happened here already. The first bounce, guys, you know, you've had so many bounces here at this level. I'm not sure if this is going to hold because this formation looks a little bit bearish. So you could get that drop and then maybe a potential recovery. But yeah, look at this insane support level that has been very, very much respected on FTT. Like I said, lower high, lower high, lower high. You have the resistance here. Consolidation. You break above it. First bounce exactly at the $28 to come and claim the highs at $30 was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. You got a successful breakout, breaking above $28, and you're getting that beautiful bounce to retest the highs. That was the high probability trade. So what would happen here if we are seeing here the short term scenarios being very much respected? You know, you might think, I'm going to long the $28 range right now because we are above resistance. But what is happening right now is that you are getting the exhaustion. This is multiple attempts to break resistance. Longing right now at the $28 is very high risk. Why? Because you're not managing to break the resistance zone at this level. As you can see, you had multiple attempts in breaking resistance. You are confirming a lower high scenario right here. You know, the probabilities in breaking down is also very, very high. You're getting exhausted basically with this round formation. You want to trade the first bounce. So if that happened, where could I find the next high probability trade? Of course, if you break down with some pretty high volume on the chart, okay, and yeah, this will be a very insane and good trade. If you break down here, the $28 going to, you know, 26, 25 maybe, and you do it with very high volume, the retracement coming up to this $28 level is going to be a high probability shorting opportunity. So that would be the shorting opportunity that you want to get into. Of course, you would be aiming for the lows that you have been created. The lows that have been created is your take profit level. Because what do the assets like to do once you create a low? Retest the low. You want to retest the low. Once you create a high, what does happen when you get into a trade? You want to retest the high. So if you do get that breakdown and the first retracement up to that $28 range, it's a range give or take, okay, a few cents because of the volatility, that will be very likely be a nice shorting opportunity. First bounce as resistance, aiming to retest the lows because you do not know if you are going to create a double bottom scenario or you are going to break the support. So this is why it's a take profit zone. Always. Same as here. If I would have longed this level, if I would have, you know, been doing analysis and longed this level, I would have taken profits here. Because you don't know if you're going to create a double top or you're going to break it successfully. Period. You know, it's simple, it's easy. You don't speculate for higher levels. You are technical. You enter, you exit, you make profits, you leave. So anyway, that would be the high probability zone for FTT token. Now, what would happen? Let me take a look at VPVR levels here. Very, very choppy price action here. Very, very difficult to say. I would say the shorting opportunity would be phenomenal. We do have the resistance zone here, no doubt, at the $30 level. A lot of choppy price action here. But if you want to go level to level, I would say the same thing here. You know, if you do get that successful breakout of the $30, it's very likely going to get at least one bounce from that range. So you're looking for $30. And, you know, I have a lot of people saying you cannot trade like this. You know, absolutely you can, level to level. You know, volume and price action, resistance and support levels. This would be the day trades that I can see on Rune. You know, it's easy. It's not easy. It's simple. It's easy if you're not risking too much of your capital. If you're risking too much of your capital, then it's not easy because your emotions are gonna make you do bad decisions. But I just risk 1 to 3% of my capital, and when you enter these kind of trades, it's easy because you're not risking more than you're willing to lose. So as you can see, this resistance zone at $28, you got, you know, it's there. You break out, you bounce once, you're in, and you're out of the trade. That is what you want to be doing. First bounce. The first bounce, you want to get into the trade and get out at the highs or the lows. Live Found Music, thanks for the super chat. Hi Andy, thank you so much for your videos. I have learned a lot from you. You are the best. Good vibes. May you analyze my favorite project, LSS Lossless. Okay. Thanks for the super chat. Live Found Music, very much appreciated. Let's take a look at this crypto. What's this? LSS Lossless, your favorite cryptocurrency. It's ranked 800. It's only got 10 million in market capitalization. This is an absolute baby. If you want to, you know, if you want high risk cryptos that can 100x, you know, these are the ones, no doubt. But these can also, you know, be absolutely stay in the dust, basically. There's also high risk. This happens to a lot of cryptos. I will be taking a look at this crypto. Leaders in Web3 security, architecture, and exploit mitigation tools. I will take a look. I want some risky altcoins. I am planning to add a few altcoins in my portfolio in this bear market for the next bull run, because they're the ones that make insane gains. I remember buying VeChain, and I'll take a look at this one on the chart right away. Okay, LSS on KuCoin. It's on KuCoin, so I will be analyzing this one in just 1 second. But I remember buying VeChain in March of 2020 at a fraction of a penny. It was the best crypto, the best gains that I had on which altcoin was it? It was on VeChain, because I bought a bunch of VeChain on March of 2020 when we had this insane drop. It was just a fraction of a cent. 0.0029 approximately was my average price in. And yeah, that was, just imagine buying up here, and I only sold 20% in April, but that 20% already made me over a 10x from the price levels that I bought in here. I still hold most of my VeChain, 80% of my VeChain. I'm still in insane profits, as you can see from the buying level. I only took 20% of profits in April of 2021. When we were having that distribution event on Bitcoin. You know, the reason why I sold 20% of most of my cryptocurrencies except for Chainlink was because of Bitcoin entering this distribution event here and having the pi cycle top indicator. So in between the pi cycle indicator that has been very much respected in the past, and the distribution event here on Bitcoin, which was absolutely insane. Do you know where I sold 20% of my cryptos? Right over here at the $55,000 range, okay? Because of, you know why? Because of this, basically. Because of this. Because of the Wyckoff distribution pattern, and also because of the pi cycle indicator top, okay, saying that the top is in, and you're having this choppy price action. I'm thinking, okay, just in case, I will sell 20% on my crypto. Luckily, I did sell something because, you know, I would have sold over 50%, right? If we were going to know with certainty that we are going to have that drop. So VeChain I sold, you know, when we were trading in April, because of Bitcoin, because of this distribution, and it played out pretty well. So luckily did take some pretty nice profits. This is something that I wanted to say there. When it's take profit area, you can see it on the chart. When it's time to take some profits, you can see it on the chart. You know, there are some multiple patterns. You got the pi cycle top indicator also. You know, it's been very much respected also in the past, so why not? This does have good track record. We do have the pi cycle bottom indicator kicking in right now. It's predicted the exact bottom in 2015. It's predicted the exact bottom in January of 2019. So it's, you know, it's flashing right now in July of 2022. I am buying Bitcoin at these levels just in case, you know, if we go to 10K, bring it on, perfect. But I am buying Bitcoin and some altcoins at these levels already. Yeah, anyway, let's take a look at this one, lossless. Let's take a look at this crypto right away. You didn't sell Chainlink though. I did not sell one Chainlink. I did not sell one Chainlink. Bought most of my Chainlink at $1.60 approximately. Rode it all the way up to $53. Rode it all the way down to $6, $7 where we're currently trading at this moment. It is what it is. But I don't live with my Chainlink. I don't pay my bills with Chainlink. You know, Chainlink is just an investment and it's there. It is the only cryptocurrency I did not take profits because I'm emotionally attached to that crypto. I want to have, you know, I'm not selling it till we go to $100. I will ride it to zero. Anyway, enough of Chainlink. Let's take a look at LSS USDT. Well, we have the summer lows where we're currently trading, you know. This price action is very attractive. You know, if you are a strong believer in this cryptocurrency, I got this guy giving me saying that it's his favorite cryptocurrency. If you strongly believe in this crypto, in the project, you know, these are very attractive levels right now. You don't want to buy this crypto when you are dropping aggressively like this, right? When you do not see nice sideways action, when you're dropping aggressively, you don't want to buy this crypto. You especially don't want to buy this crypto when you're having this massive move to the upside. You want to buy this crypto here, or you want to buy it right now at these levels, because at some point, maybe in the next 6, 12, I don't know, this might take ages. This might take ages, and this is just going to be doing this and this and this for several months till the end of, I don't know, 2023 or 2024. It might take a long time. I've seen this boring price action for a few years when I started in crypto in 2018. I think, you know, it might be boring price action, but these are the levels that you want to accumulate, no doubt in my mind. Taking a look at the short term. Taking a look at the short term on this crypto. You're currently above VPVR levels. Biggest volume range from the volume traded the last couple of months. You are in a kind of an uptrend. I mean, these small cryptocurrencies stay extremely cautious, you know, very, very volatile. It doesn't respect major levels. Yeah, I wouldn't trade this. I don't know where you can trade it, but you know, if you are looking to accumulate more, these are very attractive levels, you know, and this might take several months of sideways action before you start to see any pretty nice price action to the upside. It's just going to take a long time. But definitely in my mind, you know, if you are bullish in this project, these are levels that you want to buy up. FDM, let's take a look. I love crypto talk, says Mark Dutch. Yes. Yeah, this is going to be it, guys. Andy for president. Yeah. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here right away to see what is going on, guys. Bitcoin is the number one. What is going on with Bitcoin? You know my opinion on Bitcoin, what I am looking for here. Oof. We do not know if this is going to play out. Is this descending wedge scenario going to play out? Or are we going to have a very aggressive drop? Like I said, there is a possibility on Bitcoin. If it does hit the 21,500, 21,600, we have a major daily important zone here. Reason why is because we have 2 daily closes and opens here in June. We have 4 of them at this exact level, and the probabilities in getting a pretty aggressive bounce from this level, if it does hit in the next few hours, is very high, guys. We could get a nice scalping day trade opportunity at that 21.5k range. Stay extremely cautious. You could get that pretty nice aggressive pump from this very strong support level. Let's see if we do get a consolidation. If we do hit that level and consolidate, it's going to give us more confidence in that potential long scenario. Let's see, guys. If we do break this level, if we do get one short-term bounce and then break it, it's going to turn into heavy resistance. No doubt in my mind. Stay extremely cautious, guys, trading. Have good risk management. Check out the bonuses if you are an experienced trader on Bybit. Also on PrimeXBT, we've got an insane bonus on PrimeXBT. I'm going to start using PrimeXBT a little bit more right now for different markets on the live streams. Smash up the like button on your way out. I'll be doing another video update afterwards. Check out Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news, technical analysis ideas. All the information is down below. Follow all our socials. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you in the next one.